Hey guys, in this training we're going to discuss the capabilities of publishing reports or like a PDF report for your client or prospect or for yourself for that matter if you want to. We showed you earlier on where you could immediately after using either tool you could create a report that wasn't completely brandable. You could include a logo and also a call to action, but that was about it. And that's great for printing out for your own purposes, maybe sharing it in a meeting with a client or prospect, but not hand it to them. Or if you're, for your own website purposes, you might want to print it out, write some things on it, that kind of thing. I'm a paper guy, so I like to print things out and like them tangible versus. I love the computer. Don't get me wrong, but I still like to have things tangibly in front of me. The newspaper, all those type photos. If you think about it. Anyway, my reports. This is where you're going to find reports. So go ahead and click there, and it's going to have all your reports that you've, all your searches that you created, and actually went ahead and did the calculation. If you don't finish the calculation, and at that point, it won't create the ability for you to publish a report. Once you do the calculation, it moves over to this area where you can publish a report. So just before we do an example, just want to show you it's very clean. I have your client name, your keyword, the date that you ran your search or did your calculation. Publish report, that's a button you can push in order or click in order to create and publish a report. Report URL, it's a great place for a real quick way to grab your report URL, which is it's a customized URL for each report, which is really nice to be able to give out to clients, to prospects, to keep for your own purposes. And of course, you're done with the report, you can delete it anytime. You can just click on it like this. If you're okay with deleting, click OK. If not, cancel. Okay, so we'll go ahead and grab Chicago Personal Injury Lawyer demo. Now, this one was actually our SEO ROI evaluation. I should have better named them instead of the same name twice, but they just come down in order that you run the calculations, so it's easy to find in that regard. But you should name them better, and that's what I was talking about earlier. So we'll go ahead and grab Publish Report. Now, by clicking on that, the first thing you'll notice is this box. You can go ahead and get your link right away without doing anything. Click here, and if I were to grab it, and you can test this out yourself, but if you were to grab it right here, all it's going to do is open up a PDF report with no branding at all except for your call to action button. So it's very plain, something you really don't want to give out to a client or a prospect. Now, let's go back to Publish Report. And what you can do though, and I recommend, is clicking on data capture. At this point, the dialog box opens up further, and you capture fields. You can start collecting information, requiring information from your client or prospect, which is great, especially with prospects from lead generation standpoint. You can require the email, phone number, and or name, one or more. Of course, you want to get the email and phone. You may or may not require the name if you know who they are. Obviously, you don't need to, but if you can, it doesn't hurt to get it. So we'll just do all of them just to show an example. Now, dialog title, dialog button, text. What happens is once you provide the customized URL to whoever the third party is, presumably it'll be a client or a prospect, when they click on that URL or try to enter it, what's going to happen is, as opposed to being able to see the report unencumbered, it's going to be blurred out with an overlay like this here that's going to require them to opt in and provide their information, in this case email, phone number, name. And so what we'll do is go ahead and put a title, like the title here. And so we'll put a title here. It's not going to be great, so don't think a little better than me here. Get your free keyword valuation report. Okay, that's not great. I can't spell, so we'll go like that. And then the button text, we're going to click on the button. Here it says Publish Report, and put claim your report now. And then click on Customize. You can be finished there, but then again, in order to brand it to yourself, you're going to want to click on Customize Report. As you can see, the dialog box opens up further, and you can put in your company name, address, phone number, email address, logo. There's also room for a header and footer code. And so we'll go ahead and put a name in. company. Address, you can put your address. I typically put my name and then my title. And sometimes I don't even put the company name in there because it has a logo at the top. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's up to you. You can test. Then the phone number, go ahead and put, this isn't real, guys, so don't use it, please. That probably won't go anywhere. Then email address for myself. Let's go ahead and put, and this is just going on, this email address, by the way, is only going on the report. It's not where the notification is being sent to. The notification is going to be sent to your Serpinatr user name, which is also your email address. So that's where the notification is going to, so you know. So don't be confused by that. Let's just put a@bz.com. Then we'll put a logo on this here. I'll click on all files and then grab a logo again. And it has to be a JPEG or a PNG file, so go ahead and do that. And then, whoops, don't need that. Come down here, and you also can put in header and footer code. Do I have? Yes, I have header and footer code here. I've got a YouTube video. You can do retargeting, YouTube video, any type of code you can put in the header, footer, or both. I'm showing both just for an example. I wouldn't recommend putting 2 videos in there like that in the real world, but for an example, that's fine. Okay, so now we've got our link here. We can either copy and paste it if we want, or we can click View Report. And what it's going to do is it's going to, as opposed to just opening up and seeing it, see it's blurred out. And so we have to put in valid information here. So if I leave this blank, let's say, and put without the name and the name and phone number, if we leave the email blank, it's not going to work. If we just put a letter in here or something, it's not a valid email. We've got to put something in there that's going to work. So this is not my email, so don't email it. So now I click on Claim Your Report Now. You can see that's the button text I used, as well as the title and Claim Report. Okay, now you see the report's opened up to us, and before I go through the report, which you can see here, it's nice and clean. You can see at the top and the bottom I have videos. Pretty crazy, I know, but it's just for example's sake. I wouldn't do that necessarily. Now, what I want to show you real quick here is if I go to, let's see here, do I have my email? I don't think I have my correct email open, do I? Let me open up my correct email and go over here. I should have a notification in my inbox, and you can see right here I do. And right there, Anthony Smith, 888-444-4444. And you see awdivine@email.com. That's what I just provided. So I got a new lead that's been captured. I've been notified. Real simple stuff, right? So real powerful lead generation tool that this becomes, not just a calculation tool. So now you can see here we've got the report open, and this is a report you can now presumably your prospect or client is checking out, and you have you could do a personalized video to them at the top if you wanted to. Got your logo, you've got your name, your phone number, your email. If you're on a phone, this is a click to call feature too, which is nice. If they're on the phone looking at this, they can click to call you, so it's a nice little benefit too. And then you can see the title, and we got the keyword. Like I said, it looks better, I think, capitalized, just a little more professional. And then we've got your assumptions here that we did with our calculation. And furthermore down, we've got organic #1 ranking for the keyword Chicago personal injury lawyer. #2 organic ranking. So it's talking about, and we go back up here, top 10 organic positions. So basically page 1 of Google is what we're talking about. And so then we can see on each one of these all the good data with the ROI and all that. And if you recall from one of the first videos, I think it's our second video, the ROI was 900%. If you went back, that's what it's going to show. And the only other thing I want to mention here is I think I'm going to cut this video here and then talk in detail about the report itself. so this isn't too long. All right, we'll talk to you next video.